Hey everybody, I'm Becky Adams. Thanks for stopping by the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo blog and YouTube channel for another edition of Inspiration Station. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for fall to come. But before fall hits, I do have lots of summer photographs that need scrapbooked. So today I've chosen 3 photos that I want to scrapbook, and I've chosen to work with the Beach Day collection from Carnival paper. And before I started, I just wanted to give you a little storage tip. This is how I store my embellishments that come with a collection that I want to stay as a collection. I don't store everything this way, but if I want you know, different kinds of embellishments to stay with different papers and stuff, I always put them on one of these little binder rings. Anyway, so you put everything, just slip it onto that binder ring. I've got the dies that go with this collection, the stencils, the 6x6 paper pad, the brads, everything I need is right here. And then I've also got the 12x12 papers, which, even though this is a beach themed collection, I live in Idaho, so I have exactly 0 pictures of the beach. So today I'm going to stretch this collection in a little bit different way and make a layout about a school carnival. These are the 3 photos that I'm working with. My son at the end of the year school carnival. And these are some of the pattern papers that I've pulled together to get started with this layout. Now I'm going to use this wood grain as the background. It does have the 3x4 cut apart sheet on the back, but as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of beach photos, so a lot of these cards don't really apply to me, so I'm not too worried about using them, using the backside of this pattern paper. So what I'm thinking is that I want my photos kind of here across the top, 3 photos and then some journaling, and then down here at the bottom I'm going to add a really large hand cut title. But before we add the title, I want to add some layers here up at the top for my photos. So today I'm using this tape runner from Thermoweb, and this has quickly become my favorite adhesive for a couple of reasons, but the biggest reason is for this little thing right there. As you can see, the cap is attached to the adhesive, so there's no more losing those little caps. Anyway, and then it goes on really, really smoothly too. Okay, so I'm just going to add these stripes, and as I said, I'm going to save this bottom portion of the layout for my title. So I'm going to add some pattern papers up here. Each one of these is cut a little bit smaller, so my layers kind of are built up. I don't want them lined up exactly perfect, because I want a little bit of the more stripe showing at the bottom. So they're not perfect, but they are, each layer is a little bit smaller than the one that I placed previously. So this is where I want to put my photos. And as I mentioned earlier, I've got 3 photos. So I'm just going to play with them for a minute. I want the photo that shows my son the best here in the middle. And I'm going to add these photos kind of, whoops, a little bit wonky. I don't want them perfectly straight, and I want them kind of overlapping. So I'm just choosing the photos. You know, I want this photo to be on top, and I don't want any of it covered. So I'm placing them like that so that there's no overlapping on this center photo. Okay, so I'm thinking something like that. I'm not going to push everything down firmly yet because I want to make sure that I have room for my journaling. And I pre-printed my journaling on just a die-cut journaling block from the ephemera pack on the Beach Day collection. And I just want to tuck it right in there. Before I do stick that down, I have adhered just a white tag to the top, and I'm just going to add a brad there to the hole. Sometimes I tie these with string, but I think on this one I want to add just a little bit more color, so I'm going to go with that brad. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck that behind the photo, and I'm going to tuck it behind as much as I can so that my journaling is still showing. Okay, so now that I have my photos and my journaling in place, I'm going to add the title. And just below, in between the photos and the title, I've created this little banner by layering a couple of pieces of pattern paper and then cutting them into banner shapes and then tying it with a bit of string. So that's going to go right there. I'm not going to adhere that yet because I want to make sure that I've got enough room for my title. And I have hand cut my title just from a piece of pattern paper. I just wrote out the word Carnival. And it's not perfect. And it's kind of a little bit wonky, not very straight, but it's big and bold and it fits my layout perfectly. Okay, so now that I've got most of my title adhered, I do want to add the word school to this, so because it was a school carnival. So I'm going to take this die cut that I got from the ephemera pack, and I'm going to tuck it right in there. And I wanted to do that before I adhere anything down, so I make sure that there's enough room. So I'm going to add the word school out of these wood grain letters that came on the sticker sheet with the Beach Day collection. Okay, so I've got the word school in place there, so I think I'm going to start adhering everything in place. I'm just going to tuck this under the bow there. And then I'm going to adhere this piece with some pop dots. Okay, so now that I've got my title portion adhered, I am going to move this, my photo block, down just a little bit, just to close in that gap a little bit. And I'm moving it because it's a lot easier to move that photo block than it would be to move all of my title. Alright, so now that I've got the basic elements of my page, the title and my photos and journaling, it's time to add some embellishment. So I've pulled a few things from the Beach Day collection. And I'm going to create two clusters of embellishment. I'm going to put one right here to kind of fill in this gap, the negative space here on the photo and right here at the bottom of my journaling. And then I'm going to add just another cluster of embellishment up here to balance that out. So this red die cut is going to be kind of the base of my embellishment cluster up here. And I'm going to add this blue Enjoy file tab here just to the top of this photo. Oops. And then next to that, I'm just going to add this little date tab. And then I think I'm going to add, yeah, I think that ball die cut fits perfectly there. I'm just going to pop that up on some pop dots. And then I'm going to add just this little piece of chipboard. It says Fun in the Sun, just like a bottle cap kind of, to this right here above the school title. I think I'm going to add just a few more stickers here from this sticker sheet. I'm going to take this big red awesome word and tuck it right here, because my little guy thought that this was pretty much the coolest thing that had ever happened, was this school carnival. think we'll add this Making a Splash sticker right here to the bottom. Few enamel dots. I'll do that in these embellishment clusters that I've already have in place. I will just put them in a cluster of 3 and all different sizes and colors. I do want to put a large teal one right here in the center of that beach ball just to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'll add some enamel dots just right here. Just a cluster here in the corner. And then I'll do the same right here above the title. Okay, and I think with that we'll call this layout finished. Thanks for stopping by the Scrapbook Expo YouTube channel and blog. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.